How's it going, everybody? And welcome back. So we're going to be talking about how abundant are Pokestops here, and how do I collect my items, and what does it kind of look like around here. So I didn't collect too much footage of me recording around Anchorage. It's just like a minute or so, just in one spot. But I have a feeling there's going to be more, and I'll be doing more of that in the future. Alright, so let's talk about this. How do I collect my items? How do I keep up on my items and all that good stuff? So basically, in Alaska, well, I'm going to talk about Anchorage here, where I live. There's a good amount of Pokestops, but it's definitely not like a city, and it's definitely not like a rural area. So it's pretty nice. We have a good amount. Basically, if you want to stock up on items when you're here in Anchorage, you're going to want to go downtown. Everybody who plays here knows this. You could totally go somewhere else where there's 3 Pokestops and hang out, like I usually do at the mall here. But generally, when you're kind of low and you want more Pokeballs or a specific item, 3 Pokestops is not going to cut it. So basically, you're going to have to come downtown. And to the picture to your right, with the building with a red dot on it, it's going to be in the middle here in just a second, right there. And that's that building. So you can see I'm pretty much in the heart of downtown there. Yeah. So basically, I'm cruising at about, and keep in mind, I'm a passenger. I'm cruising down about 20 miles an hour. That's about what I'm doing there, 20 miles per hour. Usually like 21. The route I take specifically here is intentionally so I can avoid going fast, because usually down these roads there's not that many people. And actually the road right to your left here is this strip, and I'm actually going down that. It's not the strip, but it's the part of downtown. So that's where I'm going right now, actually, except for I'm going the opposite way, away from the mountains. So yeah, and let me tell you a tip too. If you're hitting Pokestops, or you're in a car or something like that, you're a passenger, make sure if you're trying to get one of the gyms or a raid that's going on, and you want to hit that stop, but you're like, oh, it's going to take too long to load, tap it before you reach it, and then as you're passing it, if you're going under the limit to hit the Pokestops, the speed limit, then you should be able to spin it. So that's what I do. It works pretty nice. And occasionally, you'll see a moose here. Actually, not occasionally, quite often. They come to my backyard all the time. We give them carrots sometimes. I know you shouldn't feed the wild animals, but how can you resist? It's right there in your backyard. Just give them a carrot. But I do not encourage you feed wild animals, okay? So let that be known. All right. So yes, there's a lot of moose here. Are they a problem? Nah, not at all. They definitely can, stomp you if you get too close or something, especially if it's a mom with their babies. So you basically just don't walk towards them. Usually they'll just kind of like just mosey on by you, like, doing the thing. They don't mind humans. I'm pretty sure they've become so, kind of like city slick moose. So they know the drill, and they would know what's going on. This year we've been actually having a whole bunch of bear attacks. Fortunately for me, I do a lot of walks on trails. I haven't seen any, thank goodness. But a lot of people have been getting attacked, and it's weird. Anyways, something that kept going on with my music. That's why I keep scrolling the thing down. Kind of like unedited here, me just going around getting these stops. So yeah, basically this is what I do. This is my route here. Coming up in a second is the spot I don't really like too much, because this is where the traffic is on this street, and you can't necessarily drive slow. I mean, you could, but I mean, you're going to get honked at. So that's why I was having trouble hitting that stop, but I think the Go Plus actually got it. But at nighttime, oh, it's golden. That's like one of the best spots right there. It's like 4, like bam, 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 bam. And then right as you're turning, another one there. All right, so then I'm coming back up on my route here. And that's basically it. Not really, but there is a lot of construction to keep in mind. I go off my route here in a minute or two. I'll let you know. Yeah, that's what I do, guys. I just keep collecting items. I toss them. I used to toss great balls. Like, I didn't even want one, literally. But now I'm kind of not necessarily wising up, but I'm just using a different tactic. Is what I do is I keep them. I catch Pokemon with those so I can get Stardust instead of throwing them away, because Pokeballs are kind of... Oh, and it froze right there. That's why I had to restart. Keep them, go catch Pokemon with them, and then I go back and, do it again. And I'll stop and I'll feed Pokemon. I do that towards the end to get rid of the berries and collect Stardust. That's the Stardust grind. Basically, item grinding is Stardust grinding when I'm doing this. And coming up here, I take a right because there was construction. Usually I'd go straight and keep hitting those stops. And then I would go even farther down. There's our museum, our city museum, which is pretty nice. It has a whole bunch of stops. You can see it if you look really quick to the top there. The top of the screen, there's like 4 stops, and then another one, and then another one in the middle. That's a really nice spot to hit. But unfortunately, that road was closed, and it's been closed for a while. You can go the other way, but it's just not my route. I usually go towards the mountains, that part. So I'm driving through these buildings and these back alleys at the moment because, yeah, there's a bunch of construction. They have to do all the construction they can in the summertime because come winter, the ground is too hard and it's just, cold and snow, and you can't really work on the ground too much at all. And working on buildings is kind of, a little bit of a hassle. But they were doing street work. Anyways, so I'm stopped here because I'm waiting for traffic. Yeah. But that's the rundown, guys. And to address the Mewtwo video that I just did with the 50 Premier Balls. Okay, let's talk about that for a second, okay? Am I 100% sure? No, definitely not that we're going to get 50. But all signs, and I've been kind of right in the future as to predicting what Niantic is doing and going up against, or what we're going to prepare for. And I'm not trying to say I'm some Niantic Pokemon Go prophet. I'm just kind of like giving you the gist. Do I think we're going to get 50 Premier Balls? Personally, yes. Am I 100%? Absolutely not. If I was, if I said I was 100%, that'd be kind of silly. So, yes, people are saying it's because they flew there and all that. And that makes perfect sense. So they get 50 tries. A 100% catch rate with 50 balls seems a little overkill. Not even, it's just like super overkill. They got one shot at it. So I'm trying to put the pieces together for us, what we can expect for when the Mewtwo comes out for the rest of the world. And the signs are pointing towards possibly, 50 Premier Balls, because you're going to get this raid pass, this special exclusive pass, right? We don't know how many you can do. Speculations going around that you can actually buy some more for 500 coins or some other amount. We'll have to see. That is all speculation. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get 50. But hey, if it comes out and we don't have 50, I'm pretty sure the hype is going to be so intense, though, he's going to care, come back and say nothing. But I will stand by that and say, yeah, I think we're going to get 50. Because why in the world would they give them 50 Premier Balls? I guess because they only get one shot. Totally makes sense. But the other thing I was thinking about is this. GoFest, they had a 100% catch rate, but I guess they can do as many as they wanted, so they didn't really need 50 Premier Balls. But then I was thinking again also, well, what about us? What if we only get one shot too? Or something such or the other. One shot and then you have to maybe possibly buy another one or wait a week or something like that, or who knows. 50 seems reasonable if you get one shot at it. And I'm pretty sure I'm coming up on I'm gonna feed it here. I don't know why it's just sitting here. I think it's just like lagging or something. Oh well. But yeah, so basically, yeah, network. Oh, it's the attack of the network error. Here we go again. So yeah, here we go. Feeding the Pokemon, getting rid of those berries, getting ready to do another lap, and collecting my Stardust all at the same time. So there you have it. Basically, Alaska or Anchorage. If you're coming to Anchorage, I suggest if you're playing Pokemon Go, hang out downtown to get your items. You're not going to find a very more abundant area. Trust me. You're either going to get 2 stops or 3 stops close to each other, and that's still very rare. Not the 2, but the 3 altogether there, the try. You're not gonna, there's only like a handful maybe. Okay, so with that said, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little peek into Anchorage and how do I collect my items and the Pokestops. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.